Hello, Ray here, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be talking about a subject that really gets on my nerves around YouTube, and that is the kids channels that you see spam around like a lot of just really low effort content. Well, specifically, no, we'll be going into a few of them, and we'll start off with toy channels. And I think toy channels are really low effort. I feel like they just buy up whatever you get somebody with like with like a very airy voice and just really have to add in much commentary, just say whatever generic thing, like say, oh man, that's cool, oh man, look at this, look at that. And I feel like that is so annoying to see that these people get so much money just opening like a couple bucks worth of blind bags from like Toys R Us or Walmart or whatever. And I feel like toy bags are such a, or like blind bags are such a terrible toy. Like it's all there's so many blind bags for like everything ever, and like they just encourage you to collect them, and it's just a really cheap toy. You might as well get a toy from kids meal at McDonald's. It's the same quality. And the main offender that I really want to point out is Toy Genie on YouTube, and I started checking out her channel. I'm not very into it as far as just. I'm not into it as far as being into it. I'm into it for the cringe. And she used to do surgery on her. She used to do surgery on like Operation Game, and then she would have like the head of a toy on there. So she would say, "Oh man, Boss Baby needs a surgery because his stomach hurts." These trolls need a surgery. Hulk needs a surgery. Like just whoever needs a surgery, you would she would fill it up with slime, and then like the slime's another big thing that I'll talk about at some other point. But she would just fill it up with slime, and then the slime would be filled up with blind bags and just cheap toys, some candy that she wouldn't even eat, or like rarely even eat. And I just hate her with a passion. Like she stopped doing the surgeries now. She went from using an actual scalpel to like a rubber, to like a plastic plastic knife, and now she's just completely stopped doing anything relating to surgery. And she's making her little plots with like the toys and whatever. And I just really like it's really cheap entertainment. I feel like kids entertainment in general on YouTube is really awful. On our next subject, we'll go on to the do it that we're doing it before, and it's basically just having like a little play with the little toys that they have, and using like a dollhouse as a setting, and they'll just make like the clickbaitiest titles where like it'll talk about like really random subjects, and like it'll have like a lot of behavior that's not very kid friendly, like stuff that wouldn't be approved if it was like a legitimate TV show. It's just really low, like really cheap, really low effort, and then the subject matter is just really lame. It'll have like basic kid tantrums that you would see on TV like a long time ago, and it would have like a lot of like just really bad subject material, like there would be like shitting in there, and there would be a lot of bad behavior out of it, and it's just not very fun to watch. It is very annoying, and I very much hate those channels too. And on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. One of the biggest things that I absolutely hate out of like the kids entertainment things that I see on YouTube is there's a lot of 3D animation. There's 2D animation too, but I hate 3D animation a lot more for kids, because they use a lot of like basic assets. They use every single kind of clickbait that thing that they can put into the tags. They can throw in Elsa. They can throw in Spider-Man. They throw in Hulk. They throw in everything from DC, everything from Marvel. They throw in Frozen. They throw in Disney stuff. They throw in absolutely anything that has any kind of like anything that's in pop culture right now, just to get kids to click on it. And I feel like that is so like that is just such a dirty thing to do. Like if you're just trying to make kids stuff just to get like views. I really hate that. I don't know how many people, how many kids are just watching it without any kind of parental supervision. I've seen some of the comments on there, and they're like, "Oh man, this isn't for kids. This is awful. You guys should be ashamed of yourself." But they have a ton of views, and I just feel really bad about like, and I just feel bad for anybody that watches that stuff because it is total cringe to watch. One of the main offenders for that is I'm not sure if that's the channel name, but it's you can look it up under Finger Family, and it's always just the same song with like random animations, and like they'll use like every single like 3D model that they can, and just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and then sometimes it'll be like little skits or random shit in between, and it is just awful. It is horrible to watch. It is one of the cringiest experiences that I've had on YouTube, and I get a good kick out of cringe, but it just irritates me like at such a deep level just to see all these channels like they really just do not care about the things that they use. They just throw in absolutely anything that they can just to get any kind of clicks. And like it doesn't really matter the quality as long as you can just keep dumping stuff out. And I think that's so annoying to see. But yeah, that was some of the things that I just really hate on YouTube. I just really wanted to talk about it a bit. I might go in more depth like later on, but yeah, like oh yeah, I wanted to mention I do want to mention the 2D ones a little bit, but there are ripoffs of just popular cartoons, popular kids cartoons that they'll say that it's the full episodes online, and it's just like the channel's own made cartoons that are really cheaply animated, and they make up their own stories so that they don't get pulled off of YouTube, and it's just trying to trick people into thinking that it's a real cartoon, but it is so poor, and they use a lot of like creepy visuals, creepy stories in there, and I feel like it is such a it is such a terrible thing to see for like kids channels to have all this creepy stuff on there. One of the common things that you'll see on all of these channels is like it is like the superheroes, the Disney stuff, and you'll see some weird stuff like needles. You'll see like you'll see characters peeing on each other. You'll see blatant shit on there. They'll try to make like the most like blatant clickbait titles, like, oh yeah, this character pees on this one. I saw a kids channel one that says kids in the channel, and it blatantly said some this character pissed on another character, and I'm like, or pissing on another character, and I'm like, what, they're not even trying to like, they're not even trying to like censor themselves. Like if it's for kids, you should try to like be a bit more welcoming in that kind of aspect. You know, you don't want to be using that kind of language. But there's you know those people don't care. People that just throw on whatever, they just throw up whatever works, and it's just awful to see. But yeah, like I said, I might go into this a bit deeper later on. I might look into like every channel, their statistics. Like yeah, they are bringing in a ton of ad revenue, and I might look into them like through their videos, more in depth, and find out more about them. And I'll get back to that and a couple of other subjects that I really just wanted to talk about. But thank you for watching. If you agree, then you can just leave a comment, or agree or disagree, you can leave a comment. And I'd enjoy hearing back from anybody that's interested in this kind of conversation. And thank you for watching.